Hello, Namaskar. Welcome back to JBS Wiki. If you're someone who wants to learn Azure PostgreSQL step by step, then you are in the right place. In today's video, I'm going to show you step by step how to create your very first Azure PostgreSQL database with private access using VNet integration. We will also see how to connect securely using PGAdmin 4, which is hosted on a virtual machine inside the same VNet. And then we will create a sample table and run a few queries to validate the setup. By the end of this video, you will clearly understand how to establish secure communication between your Azure PostgreSQL database and your virtual machine without exposing it to the public internet. So make sure you watch till the end. And if you find this tutorial helpful, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and share it with your friends who are learning Azure. Let's get started. For this setup, we will need a virtual network to be created. Yeah. So what I've done is I've already opened the required configuration for the virtual network setup. Yeah. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the subscription here, and then the resource group would be this one, and then the virtual network name would be this, and then the region is this one. Yeah. Let's click on next, and I will leave everything else as default here, and then let's click on next. The IP address, I'm basically using the 11 CDs here, and then I have three subnets that I'll be using for this virtual network. One is DB, one is VM, and then one is just I've created as pair. Please keep in mind this is a demo, not a production setup. But as far as a production setup is concerned, you need to make sure you give appropriate name so that you will be able to identify what these subnets are. Yeah, let's click on next, and then let's click on review plus create. Click on create, and then wait for it to get created. It is created now. Let's head to create our PostgreSQL. So I've selected my subscription, I've selected my resource group as well. This is my server name, and region in my case would be West US 3. PostgreSQL version is 17. Workload type is development. Yeah. So I'm not selecting production just to make sure I'm not getting too much of a cost. Yeah. But if you want, you can select production. So compute and storage, I'm using the cluster option as server, and then I'm using the burstable 1 to 20 vCores compute here. Yeah. I don't need a general purpose or memory optimized for this demo, so I'm using this burstable just to save cost. Yeah. And the compute size, I'm using 1 vCore. Yeah. If I use general purpose, I need to at least have 2 vCores. Yeah. And storage type, everything else is default. Yeah. Let's click on save. You can select whatever is appropriate for you. High availability is right now disabled because it's a development, but as soon as you select production, you will be allowed to select the appropriate high availability. The authentication method, I'm going to use PostgreSQL and Microsoft Entra authentication. So I have added my Entra administrator, and then also provided the required login and password. Let's click on networking. So as far as the connectivity method is concerned, we will be using private access VNet integration. Virtual network, I've selected the virtual network that I've created. Subnet, I've selected DB subnet. Even though I have 3 subnets here, I'm selecting those DB subnet here. Yeah. And everything else, I'm leaving it as default. Yeah. Let's click on security. Data encryption key, service managed key. I don't have my own certificate, so I'm not going to use customer managed key. Let's click on review plus create, and then click on create here. Let's wait for it to complete, and then we'll take it from there. It is created now. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a virtual machine, and from that virtual machine, I'll be connecting to the PostgreSQL that I've just created. Yeah. So I'll not be able to connect to my PostgreSQL directly from my laptop because it is VNet integrated. So what I'm basically doing is like I'm going to use a subnet that is present in the VNet using which we have created the PostgreSQL. Okay, so this is the virtual machine name. The region would be West US3. I'm selecting Windows Server 2019 data center. I'm going to use this 2 vCPUs, 4 GB memory. Let's click on next. And here I've left everything as default. Yeah. On the networking, this is where it is important. I've selected the virtual network of VNet GB PostgreSQL West US3, which is basically my VNet that is used for creating my PostgreSQL. Yeah. And then subnet, we have these three subnets. So DB is not available. So I'm going to use the subnet VM. Yeah. Let's click on review plus create. Everything else I've left it as default, and then click on create. Yeah, I will wait for this virtual machine to get created. Then I will log into it, and then let's install the PGAdmin there, and then we will get started. I've logged into the created VM. Let's download the PGAdmin for version 9.8, and then let's get the installation started. Click on next, and then start the installation, and then wait for it to complete, and then we'll take it from there. I have the PGAdmin open, so I'm going to right click on this servers and then do a register here. Okay, so I first need the host name, so let's go to our Azure portal and then get the endpoint here, and then let's go back to our virtual machine here. So let's give that here. That's the endpoint here. So the maintenance database would be Postgres. That's the default database that I have. Yeah. And then let's key in our username and password. So if you are using Entra ID authentication, then you need to use this particular option here, the Kerberos authentication, and then you need to log in. Yeah. So now on the general, let me provide this name back, and then let's click on save here. Okay, so if you see here, I'm able to successfully get into that. Let's go to the database here. The Postgres database is here. To the schema now, and then the schema in my case would be public. So let me create a sample table. Okay, so let's create a table here. Let's name the table as customer. Owner would be JVig2K1. Schema would be public. I'm not going to create it as a partition table. So let me go to columns. Let me add two columns. One is SNO and another one is name. Then data type would be integer. And for name, it would be text. What I'll do is like, I will click on save, and we have this table created. So let's right click on that and then go to the scripts. So we have the option for create, delete, insert, select, and update. I'm going to click on insert, and then I'm going to add maybe two rows. Yeah. And then we will see if we are able to see those two rows. So let it be one. And then I'm just giving some dummy data. Yep. So let's run that. Let's run now. Let's do a select now. And then see if we are able to see the data that we inserted. So if you see here, we have the two rows that is inserted. Yep. So what we'll do in our next video is like we will try creating a link between the Azure Database and PostgreSQL, and then let's create the iceberg table there, and then see if we are able to access the data there. Okay, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Jai Hind.